welcome to week 5 of Modalities Movement Therapy. In this video, we're going to be working with a foam roller, a hard reflex ball. If you don't have a hard reflex ball, a tennis ball will do, and one of these circular resistance bands. A lot of focus is on our hips today, as well as that core strength. So we're going to be working on glutes, we're going to be working on hips, we're going to be working on balance, and we'll start off at the feet as usual, and with that reflex ball or tennis ball under the big toe. And I want you to really focus on that deep core line. So from the big toe to the heel. Try keep your weight over the ball and roll the ball all the way to the lateral line. So we're going to work a little bit into the lateral line as well, into the glute medius, which is one of the hip stabilizer muscles. So just a little bit of releasing in the foundation on the lateral side of that foot, from that little toe all the way to the heel. Good. From there, you're going to bring the heel down onto the mat, and I want you to hug the ball with the toes and release them. Hug the ball and release. Move the ball right under the big toe. So when you look down at the ball, you'll see it sticking out from inside the foot. Now move the ball underneath and again over to the lateral side of the foot. And as you move it, keep hugging the ball with the toes. So get a nice stretch over the top of the foot. Roll there. Good. Roll the ball into the arch of the foot and just push into the arch. And now if you need to hold on to the foam roller, I want you to do so. And I want you to angle the foot and roll up and down. So it's right on this inside line of the arch. Just work your way to the heel and back to the big toe. So a nice, slow and steady pace. Let's do the other foot as well. So take the ball under the big toe and roll along that inside line of the foot. Now move the ball over the arch and start moving all the way to the lateral side of the foot. Okay, bring the ball under the big toe, hug the ball and move it across the ball of that foot and hug and release all the way over to the big toe and then the little toe. Now angle your foot and roll along the inside of that arch. So it's not a big range of movement, but it's angling and really getting into the arch of the foot. Sometimes if that arch is dropping, we get a lot of tension into that arch that goes down under that foot there. Keep the ball in the arch of the foot and just add a little bit of movement there, releasing that arch, working our way to the center of the foot. Okay, let's release the ball, put it to the side, and using your foam roller for a little bit of support, I want you to take the outside foot and lift it up. So keep the knees in line. So don't have this knee coming forward. Open up so you're lengthening the front of the leg. You don't want to shorten that hip flexor. So from there, I want you to, actually before we go into that position, I want you to extend the leg. Hold onto your butt. So with your hand And I want you to feel, so just relax the leg. I want you to feel how the glutes, the butt muscles engage as you turn so the foot is parallel to the other foot. Now you're going to rotate the heel out, and I want you to feel how the glutes engage there and feel the movement in the hip. And then you're going to rotate and take the leg forward. You're going to rotate the toes out. So from this angle, see the rotation there, the heel out, the heel comes in, and you rotate that leg forward. So feel those back glutes working more, and then you can take the leg, the hand to the side, feel the different glute muscles engaging, and rotate. Good. Let's keep the movement going. Any tightness in the supporting hip, just stop and give it a bit of a wiggle. But if you can, I want you to continue the movement. Good. Keep going, rotation. Keep that supporting knee locked, so you're lifting up and out of that hip. 4 and 3. 2 more. And 1. Good. And release. Good. Wiggle the hips a little bit from side to side. And let's take the roller onto the other side. Hand onto the butt. So you're leaning into the supporting leg. Try not to put too much weight into that foam roller. You really want to challenge your balance as much as possible. Take the leg out, rotate the heel back. And now take the leg and rotate it forward. Feel that rotation in the hip. Let's rotate back and forward. Good, take it back and forward. Stop and wiggle the hips if you need to. Rotation and forward. Good. Keep moving. Balance if you can. Feel that foot working a lot harder when you take the hand off the foam roller. Keep going. 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1. Good. And again, wiggle the hips a bit from side to side. Take the roller back to the first side. Now we can go into that initial position, and you're going to feel the movement in the supporting hip on this one. Lift the hip. Imagine you've got a piece of elastic and it's shortening the waist there, and release it. So again, the knee is locked, the supporting knee, and the movement is in the hip. Pulse it down for 4 and 4 more and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side again. So we're going to switch just to give the leg a bit of a break. Hip lift and release. Get that movement there. So you're pulling up and releasing. Imagine you're pulling the hip by your pants, lifting up and releasing. Keep going. Again, just a light pressure on that roller with the hand. Keep going. Another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's wiggle the hips again. Back to the first side. Supporting leg closest to the roller. Reach the arm next to the ear. So the leg again is back. Now we're hinging from the hip, and you're leaning forward, up and over the supporting hip, and pull back. So think of lifting up and out of that supporting hip and release. 4, 3 and release. 4, 4. Keep going. And 4 more. Breathing in. 2 more. The last one. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Change the roller. Bring that leg up. Push back in the hip. Lift the arm next to the ear. And we're going to go forward again. 4, 3 4 more. And 3 to go. 2 more. And the last one. Good. Back to the first side one last time. We're going to take the hand onto the shoulder, the opposite outside hand onto the shoulder, and lift that leg up. Again, try and lengthen it and open up as much as possible. The movement is in the supporting hip. So think of that ball and socket joint in that hip, and you moving around that supporting leg and the roller. Use the hand to bring the shoulder with you. Don't leave the shoulder behind. 3, 2, and 1. Good, lovely. And let's now take the roller onto the other side. Hand onto the shoulder. Extend the leg. So you want the foot really nice and relaxed. Pull up and out of that supporting leg and swing the leg around. Keep going, another 3. Bring that shoulder with you. 2 and 1. Good, and wiggle the hips a little bit from side to side. Bring the roller back over to the other side. We're now going to work the glute medius a little bit, and I want you to take the knee out. Imagine there's a wall next to you. If you need to use the foam roller, you can do that. And what you're going to do, so if you see me from this angle, the foot and the knee are out, and you're rotating the foot, bringing it behind the leg, tapping the back of the knee with that foot. So the knee doesn't move. We rotate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you have got the support of a wall, you can use the wall. Push the knee out. And now you're going to rotate. Keeping that knee open, bring the foot onto the back of that supporting knee. Keep going. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From there, we're going to continue the same movement. Before we go back into it, I want you to cross the ankle over the knee, sit into that position, and bounce the knee a few times. So just take the fist. We're releasing that deep core line, that inner thigh, and I want you to massage up and down. So sit into your chair and a little bit of a release on that inner thigh. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll go into the movement. Cross the ankle over the knee, sit into that position, pulse the leg out, just feel that, and then add that massage. You continue pulsing the knee up and down. When you're in this position, I don't want you here. Sit yourself back like you're in a chair, and then you continue the massage. Good. Sit right back. Open up the pelvis. Good. We're going to do another set. Back to standing. Take the knee, open it up, and pulse. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Same thing to the other side. Take the knee out, open up, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Bring the roller down onto the mat. Take your right foot and cross it over. So here we're just challenging the balance a little bit. Squeeze the glutes. Breathe in. Circle the arms up next to the ears. You're going to roll yourself down. Now you're going to take your hands to the back ankle. So in this case, it'll be my left ankle. Your right foot is crossed over and you're bouncing down. Getting a nice rotational stretch and at the same time challenging the balance. Try relax the feet, think of the big toes. That's the deep part of the deep core line. That'll help you with your balance. Push those big toes down. Take a nice deep breath in and curl through the spine. Good, let's do the same thing to the other side. So you're going to cross the left over. Take a nice deep breath in, circle the arms up, and roll down through the spine. Good, reach around to the right ankle now, which is the one that's behind, and bounce. Drop your chin to your chest, look at your knees, big toes, squeeze the glutes, pulse it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and uncurl on the in-breath. Uncurl. Good. Nice. Just shake everything out. Let's have a quick drink of water. Then we're going to go down onto the roller. We've just done a roll down. So let's come onto the knees and we'll bring the roller underneath the quads. Elbows in front. Relax the feet behind and use the elbows to walk yourself forward. Go over the knees if you can. If there's any pain, stop just above the knees and just give the quads a nice stretch. Rotate the feet in. You can rotate the feet out as well. And again. We have released the hips quite a bit, but we're going to just go into that hip flexor stretch on the roller. So let's shift ourselves over to the back of the foam roller. So the side of the foam roller furthest away from the camera or your device. And let's open up that back knee. Make sure the foam roller is resting just below the hip bone. So you don't want to be on the hip bone. You want to be just below the hip flexor and get that almost clicking sensation in the hip as we rotate the foot out. So the right foot, I don't want you to lift the right foot up or the front foot. Keep the front foot down, knee is resting on the roller so it's relaxed. Open up that other knee, that back knee as much as possible, and now pulse the leg out. Stay on the same hand as that knee that's on the roller. And rotate that foot. So focus on the outward movement. 7 and 8. Good. Bring that supporting knee in and we're going to rotate onto that side. Let's bring the top foot, the leg that was on the roller, the knee that was on the roller is pointing up to the ceiling now, and you can hold onto the roller. Support yourself with your other arm, hand under the shoulder and elbow under the shoulder, and pulse it, roller up and down. Just getting a nice release. That's that glute medius that you should have felt when you were in that standing rotation. While we're here, I want you just to work onto the same side. So you're going to keep that top foot in front. You're going to bring the bottom arm behind the body. The palm is facing up. So if you look at me from this angle, ear on the foam roller, top foot in front, palm is facing up, arm parallel to the spine. Use the top hand to put onto the roller and lift your hip up off the mat and shoulder butts into the roller. Bounce it in there. Keep going. Rotate that roller. Use that top hand to push the roller out. Focus on that outward movement. Think of the length you're creating in the neck. Now just drop down onto that hip and let's nod the head back and forward. So just getting a nice release in the neck. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Push yourself off and come back onto the roller. So now we're going to just rotate a little bit. So I want you onto the glutes there more, not so much the lateral side, a little bit more on the back, still a bit onto the lateral side. So the back buttock is lifted off. We're now going to take the opposite hand to the knee. And if you can, I want you to bring that other hand onto the knee, but make sure the roller is right into the lower back and you tucking the tailbone under. So you're in a rounded position, and it's a nice activation for those abdominal muscles as well as the glutes. If you lose the contraction in the glutes, you're going to come off that roller. So squeeze and tuck, and you should feel that core temperature rising. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Use that hand to help you come up into that lifted position. We're going to continue that tuck. This time I want both buttocks onto the roller. Walk your feet forward if you need to, and tucking the pelvis under. You're going to lower down so the roller is into the lower back. You can cross hands over and really tuck. Reposition the feet if you need to, but keep that contraction. The pelvis is tucked under and the glutes are contracted, and you should feel a nice crunch in those abdominal muscles. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll off the roller. Let's go over to the other side now. So again, take yourself right to the back of the foam roller and bring the other knee up onto the foam roller. Bring that knee, the back knee, to the outside of the mat, so you don't want it in the center. You want to open up that knee as much as possible. Same hand as the leg that's on the roller, that knee, and then pulse the foot out. So remember to be just below that hip bone on that hip flexor, and pulse the foot away. Focus on that outward movement. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Bring that knee in, rotate onto that hip. Keep the foam roller where it is. Bring the top foot in front, and you can lift the knee off the mat, the supporting knee, and pulse up and down. So roll that roller up and down, getting a release in that hip. Good. Keep going. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep the same position with the legs. Bring that bottom arm parallel to the spine. Palm is facing up. Lie with your ear on the roller. Foot in front of the knee. Lift up off the mat and pulse, pulse. So again, let me just show you from the other angle. Arm is here. Open up the shoulder. Keep the palm facing up. Use the top hand to push the roller out and get a nice elongation in the neck. A nice stretch in the neck. Pulse. 10. And from there, release your hip on the mat and nod your head backwards and forwards. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Stack the knees, push yourself up. Bring it back, the roller back onto the glutes, into that tuck position. Use the hand there for support. And I want you to roll up towards that sacroiliac spine so it's in line with the hip bone, and tilt the pelvis under. If you want to continue in this position with the hand there, you can. Otherwise, you're taking both hands onto the front knee, and your back buttock stays off the roller, and you tuck. Tilt the pelvis and really tuck into that position to get that contraction there. Squeeze the glutes. Don't let them release. Keep going. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Rotating back onto hands and knees. Stop and have a quick drink of water. We're going to move onto the shins with the roller. Okay, knees onto the foam roller, hands in front. If you need to come down onto the elbows, if you're taking any strain in the wrists, then move onto the elbows. Otherwise, we're going to massage nice and slowly along the shins. Try and get that roller from the knees all the way over the ankles to the front of the foot. Get a nice stretch into that point position. Now I want you to bring one leg and cross over the other leg. So we're going to put a little bit more weight into that leg that's on the roller, and we're going to roll all the way to the ankle. This again is a nice contraction for those abdominal muscles. Let the head relax and focus on the breathing. If you find you're cramping in the feet, it could be one of those two things. The feet are too stiff and you're not focusing enough on the breathing. Move the head a little bit from side to side and really breathe into that position and exhale on the tuck. Okay, finish off with one more. And now I want you to drop onto the knee. So you're staying in the same position with the leg crossed over the other leg. The roller is now on the front of that foot. You can go onto the elbows if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to breathe in and arch. As you breathe out, squeeze the tailbone, tuck under, and lift off the knee. Drop the knee. Breathe in and arch. Breathe out into that tuck position. Keep exhaling and lift the knee. And we're going into that arch. Breathing in, breathe out, tuck, and lift. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out and tuck. And lift. We're going to do another 4. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. And lift. 3 to go. Breathe out, tuck. Another 2. Breathe out, tuck. The last one. And breathe out, tuck. Good. Release the knee. Drop down onto the elbows if you aren't already. And let's breathe out. So we're going to breathe in. And you're going to breathe out into that tuck position. And then lift the knee and pulse it up for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, release it. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Step yourself back so the knees are back on the foam roller. And you're going to lean over to the other side and cross the ankle over, or lift the leg and rest it on that leg that's on the roller. Let's roll slowly along the front of that shin. Focus on your breathing As you roll forward, you're breathing out. As you open up, space is being created. Breathe into that space. Keep going for 3. You've got another 3 to go. Two more. Remember, you can come onto the elbows if you're taking any strain in the wrists. And the last one, breathing out. Let's drop onto the knee. Keep that leg crossed over at the back. Hands under the shoulders, or you can go into the elbows. Breathe in, arch. As you breathe out, tuck. Lift the knee. Keep exhaling. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. For 3. And breathe out. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out, tuck. 4 to go. Lift. 3 more. 2 more. And the last one. From there onto the elbows, in the arch, breathing in there, breathe out, tuck, lift up off the roller and bounce. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely. Drop down onto the knees. Bring your feet onto the foam roller. In this position, if you're taking any strain in the knees, I want you to take your feet off the roller. Bring the resistance band, and if you can reach your water, just have a quick drink of water. Bring the band above the wrists, or onto the wrists, just above. We're going to now come up nice and tall and resist against the band. So I want you to really open up the arms. You're going to sit your bum back slightly. So we're really focusing on the front line stretch, so that over the quads, over the shins. If you need to adjust the foam roller, do so you're feeling a nice stretch into the front of the ankles. We lift, just let the butt hover up. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, you're tilting the pelvis under, and then the head and the arms will follow. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, we tuck and round. Good, let's breathe in. And breathe out. Are you still resisting against the band? Breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. We've got a 4 to go. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And 3. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. For the last one. And breathe out. Lovely. Release the band, and you can come onto your back. Release the roller. And we're just going to release the neck, and then we'll go back onto the roller. I want you to focus around those muscles in the neck. We're going to work along the jawline. We're going to work a little bit into the temporal lobe, and a little bit of massage over the forehead, just to get us into that parasympathetic breathing state. We've exerted ourselves quite a little bit. Now just get into that nice rest and digest parasympathetic state. Let's breathe in and out through the nose. Focus on inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 to 6 counts. Again, another nice deep breath in. And that longer exhalation. One more time, nice deep breath in. Feel the belly button expanding, opening up there, breathe out. Now what I want you to do is rotate the head to one side. Feel that muscle running from behind the ear. There's a mastoid process, that bony process. Just under that bony process, you'll feel the sternocleidomastoid muscle, that muscle from the mastoid process down to the clavicle there. I want you to take your fingers, one hand on top, one hand underneath, along at that angle. You're going to now slide the fingers in opposite directions. So we were stretching the neck out earlier on the foam roller, lying on our sides. And now you're going to work into a rotational stretch, releasing that sternocleidomastoid muscle. Let's take the fingers and push in opposite directions. Stretch it out. Good. Keep going. If you want to see there, you want to get a nice reddening in the skin. Fingers together and then slide the fingers apart. So the neck is at an angle and you're really pushing into it, getting a nice fascial stretch. Keep going, just do one more. And when you're done, let's do the same thing to the other side. So find that muscle running from behind the ear, run your fingers up and down and feel that muscle. Now take both hands and bring the fingers mid-muscle and you're going to slide your fingers apart. And I want you to use the fingers to really increase the length in that muscle. Keep going. Four more. Continue to breathe nice and deeply. 3 more. Keep stretching and lengthening out. Finish off with 1 more. Good. Now you're going to take the thumbs and I want you to bring your head into your hands. So link the fingers behind the head and bring your thumbs behind the ears. So we're talking about that mastoid process that we were working down towards, away from, and then you're going to take the thumbs onto the bony process that moves towards the spine, that occiput ridge. So you're going to take the thumbs and you're going to use circular motions to massage towards the center. So I'm going to take my hands and come and see from this angle. You're going to massage in along the base of the skull, along that bony process towards the spine. Use those thumbs, push into the fascial tissue there, get a nice release, roll inwards towards that spine. Now we're going to take the thumbs onto either side of the jawline and you're going to roll down towards the chin. You're going to take the thumbs back and massage down to the chin. Stay on your mat and just focus again on the breathing. This is all part of that deep core line. So the more we breathe, the easier it becomes, the more we get into that rest and digest state. Do another 2, thumbs to the jawline and slide down, and 1 more. Now you're going to take the fingers onto the jawline, and I want you just, with each finger, to massage, and then move the whole hand up over the jawline. So again, if you see it from here, we're going to massage and move the fingers up towards the eyes. Keep the fingers apart and just push into the skin and just vigorously just work in a circular motion. You can move down to the jawline again and move back up. So we really want to release that mandibular joint here in the side of the face. I often carry a lot of tension there when we grind our teeth. Now take the index fingers next to the eyes onto the temporal lobes. Keep focusing on your breathing and relaxing on your mat. You're going to massage again in circular motions just on that temporal lobe. So keep pushing the index fingers into that temporal lobe and move in a circular direction. Now you can take the fingertips back, spread them out onto the forehead, and again in the little circular motion, I just want you to hold the fingers there and then move around there. Good, keep going. Just giving that forehead a really nice release. Let's reach the arms up next to the ears. Have a nice big yawn and stretch. Hopefully you're feeling that release in the jaw, making it easier to yawn. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock yourself to a seated position and bring the roller underneath the shoulder blades. Lie back on your roller. Bring your head into your hands. Really open yourself up there, and let's roll over the shoulder blades. Stay nice and open in this position. So I don't want you to tilt the pelvis and push the pelvis up too high. I want you to open up over the pelvis and arch into the back. Now this is nice open space for the diaphragm. Let's focus on the breathing again. Finish off with one more. And roll, so your neck is on, roll down so the neck is on the foam roller. And then we're going to nod the head from side to side. So this is where we were massaging with the thumbs along the occiput ridge. So just give it a little bit more of a release in this rotation. Okay, hug the knees and rock up to a seated position. Let's take the foam roller onto underneath the shoulders. So a nice light pressure on there. You're going to bring the knees together, and we're going to open up into our arch position. So you're breathing in here, and then you're going to roll the hands away into that arch. And then as you breathe out, I want you to bring the roller back towards you. Take a nice deep breath into that arch and roll the roller away. So we usually put a lot more weight into the roller in that position. I want you to use the core muscles to work the glutes there. Into that rounded position, roll the roller there towards the knee. So you should really feel the glutes engaging. Roll away as you arch and open up. Good. Tuck hardly any weight into the foam roller. Keep the roller where it is. Now we're going to bring the one foot into the arch of the other foot. So we're bringing all our weight into one leg. And you're going to do the same thing again. So keep that knee off the mat. And you're going to arch, and then roll away. And then as you breathe out, tuck into that rounded position. Good. Breathe in an arch. Roll the roller away. And again, breathe out and tuck. And you should feel the core temperature rising nicely. Arch and roll the roller away. I want you to keep going. Let's do another 4. Breathe in and open up. Breathe out and tuck. Almost there. 3 to go. Two more. And the last one. Good. Take a quick break, have a drink of water, and we'll move over to the other side. Hopefully those glutes are free, especially on that side we've been working. We're going to release. Lift that knee, release it off the mat. Rest the foot in the arch of the other leg. And let's start with that arch, breathing in and rolling away. And breathe out. Good, take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. For 3, breathe in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. For 4. And breathe out. 4 more, breathing in. And breathe out, tuck. Almost there, 3 to go, arch. And breathe out. 2 more. Finish off with 1 more. And breathe out, tuck. Good, finish off. 1 last drink of water. We're going to roll onto our backs and we're going to bring the band just above the knees. You can put the foam roller to one side. Lie on your back. Band just above the knees. Bring the feet onto either side of the mat. Take your arms in line with your shoulders. And you're opening up, so already you're resisting against the band. From here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to look over the opposite shoulder. So you're looking away from the direction the knees are going, and you're going to bounce that back knee. We're breathing in here for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the exhalation, I want you to use that resistance in the band to pull you into that rounded position. So tucking, similar to what we did last week on the video, but you're going to use the resistance band and that back leg. So activating the glutes a little bit more. Breathe in to the other side. Look away from the direction the knees are going. On your exhalation, so after 4 counts, use that leg to bring you back to the center. Exhale. Do it again. Breathe into the other side. And bounce that back knee. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out into that tuck position. Round the spine. and exhale. Good. Let's do it again. Nice deep breath in and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out and tuck. Good. Over to the other side again. Breathing in, open up and bounce. 2, 3, 4. On the exhalation, tuck. And when you're ready to breathe in, go over to the other side and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Come into that tuck, into that rounded position. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Feel the glutes working. Those abdominals are contracting and tucking under. Breathe in again to the other side and bounce. Exhalation, tuck. Let's do another 2. Nice deep breath in and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. So that is a nice stretch. When we're in that lateral rotational position and you're bouncing there, you're giving that hip a really nice stretch. Breathe in. You're breathing into that lateral side and breathe out. Tuck to the center. Good. Hug the knees into the chest and keep the resistance band where it is. Bring the feet as close to the knee, the buttocks as you can. If you take them too far away, you're going to feel it more in the hamstrings. I want you to feel those glutes and those abdominal, those core muscles engaging. So we're breathing into our arch position and keep pushing against the resistance band. So you're tucking. Good. And again, a nice deep breath into your arch. And breathe out. Push against the resistance band and squeeze the glutes. Tuck them under. You're exhaling here. Good. Let's go for 3. Let the head move freely. So on the arch, you should feel the chin dropping down. And on the tuck, you should feel a little bit of an extension, lifting the chin. There, good. Keep going. Breathe out, tuck. We're going to do another 4. Nice deep breath in, arch. And breathe out, tuck. Three more. And breathe out into that tuck. Push against the resistance band. Another 2. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out, tuck. Let's do one more. And then we're going to add that pelvic thrust. Breathe out, tuck. Scoop the belly in. From there, we breathe into that lifted position and we roll down through the spine. We're going to continue the same movement. So it's a breath into your arch. Breathe out to your tuck. Engage those glutes. Tuck under and breathe in. And lower down. Go for 3. Nice deep breath in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in. And lower down. 4 to go. Nice deep breath in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, thrust. Lower down. 3 more. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, thrust. Lower down. Another 2. We're going to hold it at the top after the last one. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in. Lower down. For the last one. And breathe out. Breathe in and hold it up. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it at the top. Now breathe. And exhale. And breathe in. And breathe out. And just do another 2 nice deep breath in. Stay nice and lifted and breathe out. And one more. And breathe out. As you breathe out, lower down through the spine. And again, just hug the knees into the chest. And let's take the band under one foot. Extend the other leg. And I want you just to get a nice stretch into the back line. So into the hamstrings. Just bounce the foot or the leg towards you. Now we want to just rotate a little bit, moving into the hip there, rotating the foot. Now hold it in the rotated position. Take the knee to the same shoulder. So we're lifting up and lengthening. Good. And let's do the same thing to the other side. So rotate the foot so it's pointing towards the opposite shoulder. And then you're pulling the knee towards that shoulder as well. Pulse. So a nice lateral stretch down the leg. Now you can just keep the band around the foot, but I want you to bring the foot towards you, and I want you to take the knee. And I just want you to rotate the foot in and the knee out. So you're rotating and opening up in the hip. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Bring the knee into the chest. You can release the band now. And just draw a little circle with the knee. And change direction. Extend the arms next to the ears. Lengthen yourself out. Relax, yawn and stretch. Let's start off with that knee into the chest, and you're going to draw a circle with the knee. And then you're going to change direction. Good. Take the foot in the hand and pulse the knee out and the foot towards you. 7 and 8. Good. Band around the sole of the foot. And let's just bounce into that stretch. Use the hands and the band to pull that leg towards you. Let's rotate the foot. Get the movement coming from the hip, so it's that whole leg. Hold the turnout. Pulse the knee towards the same shoulder. Lengthen and stretch the back and the inner thigh. You should be getting a nice stretch there. Let's rotate the foot towards the opposite shoulder, and now pulse that leg towards that shoulder. Good. Bend the knee, release the band, and have another nice big yawn. And stretch. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands behind the head. Open yourself up and bounce the knees out. And wiggle the legs from side to side. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. And when you're ready, rock yourself up to a seated position, coming onto hands and knees. Let's take the hands under the shoulders. Breathe into your arch position. Breathe out to your tuck. See, I've got my hands quite far away. I want you to take the weight over the hands. Lower yourself down and into one nice extension. Hands next to the chest. Take a nice deep breath in, squeezing the glutes, not the head, from side to side. So really give the front line of the body a good stretch, feeling it into the hips. Anyone taking strain in the back, just come up onto the elbows. And then keep the hands next to the chest, tuck and round into your child's pose. Relax your forehead onto the mat and breathe. Breathe in for 4, out for 4 to 6. One last deep breath in. As you breathe out, rounded position, slide your fingers to your knees. Uncurl through the spine, circle the shoulders up and back. And step yourself up and just shake everything out. One last deep breath in and breathe out. Well done, and thank you for joining me.